Hello everyone, my name is Emily West and welcome to Kanopy 101. I am your instructor today. I am the Digital Services Librarian here at the Rochester Hills Public Library. I am going to walk you through using Kanopy today. This is going to be an app where you can watch TV shows, movies, and documentaries for free with your library card here at the Rochester Hills Public Library. Now, I know some of you were already working on downloading the app right before we get started. How many of you already have the app downloaded and see this screen right here? Do you see the screen, Get Started, Find Library, Find University? Okay, perfect. Does anybody not have the app downloaded yet? So if you go to, do you have an Android? Or do you have a Google Pixel? Okay, go to the Play Store on your Android device. What's that? Okay. That means you probably have already had the app downloaded, and then you can just sit tight while everyone gets set up. All right. So when you tap on Find Library, this is going to be what your next screen looks like. If you have an iPhone, your iPhone might ask you to allow Kanopy to use your location. If you tap Allow once, it will show you a list of libraries in the surrounding area that have Kanopy. You'll want to tap on Rochester Hills Public Library. Yes. Okay, and then next thing you need to do is you're going to want to enter your library card number. It's the numbers on the back of your library card underneath the barcode, not the spaces, just the numbers themselves. All right, after you enter your library card number, this is the screen that you're going to see next. Create your account. All you need is your first and last name, your email address, and a password. And once you enter all of that, there are two check boxes. You must tap on the first checkbox. The second checkbox is optional. It's asking if you want to receive emails about new and recommended films on Kanopy. If you want to, great. If you don't want to receive emails, no worries. You don't have to tap on it. But you do need to confirm that you are at least 18 years of age. All right. Are we still working on creating your email address and password? No, you need to create a Kanopy specific password. Yeah. Yep, so this is separate from your 4-digit PIN, which is through the library. So it's kind of like with, if some of you have Hoopla, kind of like with Hoopla where you have your Hoopla email address and password, as well as your library card number and PIN. Hoopla requires 4 different credentials to log in, and Kanopy also requires 3. Your library card number, your email address, and password at the moment. Yeah, and this is, you're just creating a brand new password. I believe it has a couple of requirements for what the password needs. Let's go back. I don't see it on my screen, but I believe it needs to be between 8 and 10 characters. It needs to be at least 8 characters. All right, who has created a password already? So, bear with me. I created this presentation about 4 months ago when Halloween was still right around the corner. So don't mind that it says Fright Fest Horror Films for Halloween. Valentine's is coming up instead. So your home screen is going to look a little bit different. Nevertheless, this is what your Kanopy homepage is going to look like on your phone screen. On your computer screen. On your phone screen, it's going to look similar but not the exact same. So, as you can see right here up at the top, this will have all of the featured film for that month. So, like I said, I created this 4 months ago when Halloween was right around the corner, but when I checked Kanopy earlier today, it was Valentine's Day movies and TV shows. Down here, you're also going to see some lists that Kanopy created of different themes, different themed lists. So it will be by genre. So you can find horror films or documentaries. This one says new releases. So the new releases that Kanopy's coming out with new movies and TV shows and documentaries all the time. So they're also going to be right here on the home screen. Okay. I want to give a little disclaimer to everyone. So the most important thing one of the most important things that you want to take away from today is that because of streaming services, Kanopy does not have everything under the sun. So, certain streaming services such as Netflix, Disney Plus, Hulu have exclusive rights to their TV shows and their movies. So, for example, Netflix has the show Bridgerton. Bridgerton is exclusive to Netflix. You're not going to find it on Kanopy. Star Wars, for example, is exclusive to Lucasfilm, which is owned by Disney, which means that you can only find Star Wars films on Disney Plus. You're not going to find it here. So that is not something that the library has control over. This is not even something Kanopy has control over. This is a streaming service issue. And so yeah, just a disclaimer. If you can't find something on Kanopy, don't worry. It's probably because someone has exclusive rights to it. And unfortunately, that's something I can change. All right. Right. So if a show is exclusive to one particular, like Peacock, for example, if it's exclusive to Peacock, you're not going to find it here. HBO, any of those streaming services, sometimes you'll find it on here. That's a good reason to go digging, because sometimes, not always, you can find a show that is both, for example, on Netflix, but it's also on Kanopy because it's not exclusive to a particular streaming service. All right, so if you turn your attention to the top of the screen, under Browse and My Lists and Search, you are going to find, if you don't have a particular movie in mind, you can scroll through or browse through the numerous genres. So under the Browse tab, you're going to see featured and genres. So you can see drama, comedy, world cinema, classic cinema, documentaries, horror, thriller. This is where I would start. If you don't have a particular title in mind that you want to search for, I would start with Browse and look at the genres and say you really like watching rom-coms or you really like watching documentaries. This is where I would start. You can also create your own lists of movies and TV shows, and then they would be found under My List. Okay. The next thing, if you are on your cell phone, it's going to be on the top of the screen. You're going to see the number 18 with this little ticket looking icon. This is important to know. Kanopy has a ticketing feature. What does that mean? Instead of, for example, on Libby, you have an allotted number of 10 checkouts per month. Kanopy is a little bit differently. Instead of limiting how many checkouts you can have per month, it limits how many tickets you can have per month. Every month, starting at the first of every month, it resets to the number of 18. You can use those 18 tickets toward anything on Kanopy. I'm going to show you a little bit later how it works because it's easier to explain once you find a movie itself. But each movie or TV show episode or documentary is equal to a certain number of tickets. And it's going to show you when you find a movie how many tickets it's worth. And so you can use those tickets toward checking out movies. So it could be anywhere from like 2 to 7 tickets or more than that. So, oh, here's a good example. So I clicked on Suspiria, and if you look here, it says 2 tickets, 72-hour access. That means if you checked out Suspiria, you would have 16 tickets left to use by the end of the month because this costs 2 tickets. 72-hour access means that you get this movie for 3 days. It might depend on what you check out. Certain things might have a longer checkout period than others, but for this title in particular, it has a 72-hour access. And like I said earlier, the number resets to 18 at the start of each month, but the number doesn't roll over into the next month if you don't use it all up. So if you use 4 tickets and you have 14 left, and it's, say, February 28th, March 1st, it doesn't add on, it doesn't accumulate, so you have to use it up. Also, what's that? Correct. So you have 72 hours to watch it. Yes. Correct. So, I'm going to repeat your question because the camera back there doesn't pick up on the audience speaking very well. He was asking if the trailer costs any tickets. It does not. If you want to see a preview of the movie, you would click on trailer or tap on trailer and you would see a preview of it. That doesn't cost you anything at all. That plus sign, you would click on that in order to check it out. All right, if any of you have children or grandchildren who might be using Kanopy for kids, or who might be using Kanopy, in the top right corner of the computer screen, all of these screenshots, by the way, are of the computer screen, not the phone screen. So it might look slightly different, but in essence, it's the same thing. If you tap on kids, that will take you to, it's kind of similar to the kids mode on Hoopla. It will show you family-friendly films, family-friendly TV shows, and then you would be able to see more. So if you, I think it's on this next slide. Yes. So Kanopy for kids. Enjoy limited plays in our curated collection for kids. As you can see different animated shows, different animated movies. If you want to exit kids button, you would simply click on the exit kids orange button in the top right. That's a great question. If I go back, this, for example, it says 2 tickets. It might cost fewer tickets if it's something shorter. Maybe. I haven't used the kids section a whole lot, but it might be fewer tickets if it's not as big of a production. Parental controls. A lot of other services has this as well. Set up parental controls to make sure your kids are viewing age-appropriate content on Kanopy. Enter a 4-digit PIN. This ensures that if your child or grandchild or other family member is using Kanopy on your device, if you want to get out of kids mode, you would have to enter the 4-digit PIN to get back to regular adult feature films. Okay, so I'm going to talk to you next about the searching features. So, if you tap on the magnifying glass that says search, or if you click on it when you're on the computer screen, you can search. There are multiple different things that you can search for. You can search for either, the name of a film or a TV show. I believe if you also type in the name of an actor, it might show up different films that the actor has been in. So if you like tap on Arnold Schwarzenegger, for example, you might find films by with Arnold Schwarzenegger in it. There are one of the most important things to know is if you are the search filters that you can use in Kanopy as well. And you can filter by all sorts of things. You can filter by, you could actually sort, the sort section is right here. You can sort by most relevant, most popular, titles A through Z, most recently added, descending order for titles. You can also filter by the number of tickets. So say you only have 3 tickets left to use by the end of the month. If you click on 3 tickets or less, then it will take you to things that are 3 tickets or less. You can also filter by documentary. You can also filter by genre. So if you only want to look at documentaries, if you only want to look at dramas or TV series or world cinema, you would click on genres over here. There are even more filters for searching. If you can see at the bottom, you can filter by language. If you speak another language such as German or Spanish, you can filter by that as well. I will say Kanopy is pretty good about foreign films as well as indie films. So if you see a movie that was originally in French or originally in German, there's a good chance that you might be able to find it on here. All right, this is going to look pretty similar to what I showed you a few slides ago. This is what you are going to see once you find a film or you find a show. So it shows you the title at the top. This orange play button means watch now. This little plus button, it pretty much means the same thing. It means that plus button, like I was saying a few minutes ago, means you're ready to check it out and you can add it, or oops. And then the orange play button means start watching it right away. So you can check out more than one show at once. And so if you tap the plus button, the play button means you're going to start watching it right away. The plus button means you add it to the list of things you have checked out. So, this is going to show you the year that it was released, how long the film is, what the rating is, and a brief description. Down here at the bottom, these tags are good to know about. Tapping on one of these tags or clicking on one of these tags will take you to films or shows of the similar variety. So if you click on World War I, for example, that will take you to more shows about World War I. Literary adaptation. So if you want to find similar movies or similar shows, I would start looking at the tags. It's going to show you the language it's in, the genre, some of the featured actors and actresses. This doesn't have a complete list of everybody who's in the show, but it will show you all of the actors who play the main characters. And then the studio who produced it and the director. Good question. So let me see. So let me go actually to Kanopy itself. So if I click on Bookworm, for example. Yeah, if I click on Elijah Wood right here, then it's going to take me to other shows or films that star Elijah Wood. And like I said about the tags, so if I clicked on Cinema of Oceania, then it's going to take me to other shows and movies that are tagged the same way. That's correct. So, yeah, so I'm going to repeat the question. As soon as you start Watch Now, that starts the clock for the 72-hour access. So that means if I checked it out right now, that would mean that on February 16th at 2:28 p.m., that's when it would get taken off. Oh, I think I made a mistake. I think I accidentally said, okay, let me backtrack. So if I click add to watch list, so if I click on here, clicked the plus button, add to watch list. If I go back up to my lists at the top, my watch list, here we go. It will be right here. Correct. Exactly. What's that? Yes, that's correct. Yep, so long as you're connected to Wi-Fi, you'll be able to access any of these. So, yes. So, if you have, I'm currently, now I understand what the difference is. If you click on the plus button, let me go back. There's the difference between my watch list. See, it looks like, I think I ate my words at the beginning, or a little bit earlier. I think I made a mistake. That's okay. So, let me go back. Continue watching. I haven't started watching Bookworm yet, but once I start, once I press this play button, it's going to be under my continue watching. So let me go. I'm not going to play this for very long because of copyright concerns. I might have to black this out in the video, but if I click on Bookworm, I click watch now, and we've already started streaming. You can see, go back 10 seconds, go forward 10 seconds. You can change the speed and the volume. If I exit out of here, if I go back, I'm wondering if it's because it did not deduct from my tickets, because maybe it's not. Bear with me. Yes, so once you start playing it, then it shows up under, if you go to my lists, come on, you can do it. It's going to be under continue watching. My watch list means the shows or the movies that you haven't started watching yet. Continue watching. It's right here, and I have this access to this for 72 hours. If I want to remove from this watch list or remove from continue watching, that just means I'm done with it. I want it removed. This doesn't change the ticket count here at the top. It should say 16. I'm not quite sure why it doesn't say 16 yet. But if I'm done watching the film, I would just tap on these three dots right here and then click remove from watch list or remove from continue watching. So I'm going to click this. Let me see. Let's go check out something else. Okay. Sorry, did that scare everybody? If you go back here and then browse my lists, then details. Oh, this just goes back to the details page. Looks like I had this for 48 hours and it cost me 4 tickets. This just shows you the details. This is the same screen you saw when you first clicked on it before you checked it out. Some are 48, some are 72. It depends on what it is. Yes. So what I'm looking at here is a movie. So if I went to TV shows, so if I went to browse and I went to TV series, tap on Green Acres. Oh, that's a good show. Says access season for 7 days. So you're checking out all 32 episodes of Green Acres all at once. Have you guys seen Green Acres? It is a funny show. Yeah. I don't believe so. I don't believe that it keeps track of your progress if you return it early and then try to check it out again the next month. Correct. Yeah. Right. Exactly. Yes. All right, let me go back here. Yes, if you go back, might have to come back to that one. I haven't seen. I thought you could. I might have to come back to the one. I'm not seeing the. I'm not seeing the history yet. This is what. I think I was showing this briefly earlier. I can't show you, for copyright reasons, what. I can't start playing the film for you for copyright reasons, especially since this is being recorded. But this is, for example, the road dance. So it shows you how long you have, how long the movie is, when it was released. And this is how you keep track of where you were in the movie. So it's going to show you how far along you are in it and how much time you have left. This is called, it's kind of like a timestamp. So say you pause it through this way point in the movie, you would simply like write down this number right here if you want to check it back out again to save where you were before, so you can come back to it. So here's the play button, going back 10 seconds, going forward 10 seconds. You can also change the speed of it. It's kind of like changing the speed of an audiobook. I like to put my audiobooks on really, really fast, but this is changing the speed through the movie, so you can make it a little bit faster or a little bit slower. Right down here in the bottom right corner are the closed captions, so you can see it looks like captions are turned off at the moment. And I believe also, yeah, there's the captions right here, and then more settings at the bottom. Oh yeah, this is the disclaimer that I had way back at the beginning of the program. Like I said earlier, Kanopy does not have everything. It has a lot of different shows and movies, but unfortunately, because of streaming services, it does not have everything you could possibly want. Do we have any further questions? What's that? Great question. I don't know. If it's not looking like it's, my recommendation to make sure that it goes over into the next month is to put it under a playlist so that you can save it for later. This is not going to affect your checkouts. I would probably recommend under creating it a new playlist. So if I click here, this is a demo. Okay. Here's the playlist. I demonstrate, it's a demo, and then I go here. To add a new clip, first search for a video, then click on playlists to add the video to your playlist. So if you find something under comedy, find Sense and Sensibility, playlists, add the plus button, add to playlist. That's not going to affect your checkout time. So add to playlist. Now it's under my playlist called demo. That's going to stay there. And it's again. Yes, you can. Right. So for playing it on the TV screen, you've got a couple of different options. You can, here's trying to think of a good example. If I lift up this laptop over here, this laptop is connected to this projector through this little HDMI cable right here. You can, you can either, through the HDMI cable, connect your laptop to the TV or there should be a Kanopy. If you have a smart TV, you can do it through Hoopla. I know this. If you have a smart TV, then you should be able to, there should be like a Kanopy app for the smart TV, just as there is for Hoopla. And then you would just simply sign in. If you have a phone and an iPad, for example, like not a TV screen, what you would do is you would simply download your Kanopy app to your separate device and log in with your Kanopy login credentials. That should take care of it. What's that? Yes. So when you tap on link your device, I was showing a couple of people a little bit earlier. If you're on your phone screen, if you see the little, it's called a hamburger icon. It's the 3 horizontal lines at the bottom right corner of your screen. And then you tap on link your device. It's going to show you how to enter the 4-digit code. Do you not see it? Do you see it? Okay. It's going to ask you to enter the 4-digit code. Pull it up so I can try to see it at the same time. Well, yeah, once you tap on those 3 vertical bars and then tap on link your device, you're going to see enter the code displayed on your TV screen to link your Kanopy account to your media streaming device. You would do it by adding the Kanopy to your TV if you have a Amazon Fire Stick, if you have Apple TV, you have a Roku stick, or you have Android TV. Those are your 4 options for adding Kanopy to your TV. And then once you have the app downloaded onto your TV, go back to your phone screen, go to link your device, enter the code displayed on your TV. The TV is going to walk you through the steps. It's going to show you a 4-digit number on your screen, and then you would go and then enter it so that you would be linking your cell phone to your TV, so that you would be watching it. You would be like getting it through your phone, and then you'd be able to stream it on your television. Yes. There will be no monthly bill because it's not like cable, for example. It's not something you're paying for. It's through the library. So there's no bill for it because it's just through the library. Good question. So when it says, when you see on your screen, enter the code displayed on your TV, that is completely different from your 4-digit PIN through the library. That is a code that your TV is going to show you. That TV will show you a code. You would enter that into your phone, and that's how your devices get linked. Yeah, the TV will show you the code. Yeah, exactly. All right. Do we have any other further questions? That might depend on your personal, like your TV plan. That might be between you and like your provider. That would be between you and your provider. I don't think I can give you a definitive answer to that because that might depend on like the connection. It might depend on what. You're right. Exactly. It would depend individually on your provider. Anything else? All right. I hope you guys have happy watching. Sorry, it was a little bit slightly disjointed today. I was asked some pretty unique questions that I didn't necessarily know the answer to, but we were discovering it together, and that's the great thing. I hope you guys enjoyed Kanopy 101, and have a great rest of your day, and please drive safe coming back from today. Thank you.